Virtual twin fundamentally change the way we design cars. It helps to match consumer expectation with the real product and experiences we're going to deliver to consumers.
Simulation fundamentally changed the way we build cars. It not only brings the consumer closer, their interests, their desires, their experiences in the design process, it then allows us to speed that innovation process up. So not only is the car designed once or twice per product launch, but thousands of times, optimizing for not only all of the different manufacturing requirements, the safety requirements, but for the desires of our customers and the end consumers. And then, as importantly, it launches us into the real world where we can then adapt that information in real time, understand the user experience, optimize the user experience, and then bring that back into the design process again.
Leveraging this virtual space, we can create virtual twins of the product, virtual twin of the production system, even virtual twin of the supply chain. And within those virtual twins, we can test how the product will be manufactured, how the supply chain will work, how the shop will be designed in order to optimize virtually everything. And as now we have a distance between virtual and real, which is close to zero, if we optimize in the virtual world, we will optimize in the real one. And that's the beauty of it. That's the efficiency of it. This is why, in doing so, you will be more agile, more flexible, go faster, at less cost and with better quality.
AI is fundamentally changing the way designers and engineers work. Let's take an example. Cars is going to be electrified. You need to get a new chassis, a new body that fits a battery, a motors. How can we help engineers to test much more alternatives and make the right trade-off to make cars better, safer, more sustainable?
AI virtual twins can improve the way that engineers design and test vehicles well before production. Currently, we have an engineer who's designing the work. They'll design, they'll optimize, they think they have the perfect design. They will then send it to the analyst, and the analyst will then check to make sure that it meets the right KPIs, it can be produced, the right safety requirements. But often, if it doesn't meet those requirements, it then has to be sent back and we start again. So there's a number of iterations, a number of rework. It takes 2 or 3 weeks. And when you want to produce a vehicle in only 12 months, that is a significant chunk of the time. With AI, we can do multiple iterations within minutes, so that a designer can optimize their design across multiple criteria and be fairly sure that when they send it to the analyst, that it will be successful. And so reducing the overall time that it takes to design a new car, it increases the number of iterations or design perspectives and allows us to build in customer expectations closer to real time, as well as safety features. And so it's speeding the whole process up.
AI is really interesting because first, it's going to help us automate a number of things. When I prepare for production, when I lay out a plant, AI will help me do that in the best way possible, and AI will do the job for me. So I'm going to be way more efficient and with a much better result than if I was to do that by myself. So obviously, that's the first big thing. Second thing is, AI will gather all the standards, all the best practices that we have in the company or in the industry. And therefore, when I have to do my job, it will help me. It will tell me, okay, do that like this, or do that like that, or be careful about this, which again will significantly improve the quality of the job I'm doing. So AI will be a companion that will help me do my job better. Let me give you a typical example of what I mean. Imagine you have a robot lines to do body in white, to build the structure of a car. Those lines may have tens of robots, and always the question is which robot should do what. And then it takes a long time testing and producing to be able to have the optimum yield. And if you use AI in the virtual twin, then you are able to optimize day one, because you will be able to test, to find, to optimize within the virtual world. And when you hit the shop floor, the line will be running exactly the way it should. Immense gain in lead time, in efficiency, in producing new product.
The way that AI can help in capturing issues in development or design or safety is by allowing the designer, the engineer, to understand how their design is going to be perceived by the analyst as it runs through the various simulations, and understand what that design space is. And so rather than having issues that potentially go part the way through the design process before they get picked up. They'll be picked up right there and then by the designer in real time. So as they pick and choose between the different designs that they're looking at, they can select for optimal performance, optimal KPI, optimal safety, and optimal customer experience. The concrete benefits of AI in the production and design of cars is that it will reduce dramatically the time it takes to design a car and get it to market. It will enable the increased and in more real-time use of customer feedback and customer information. It will reduce the rework dramatically between the engineer or designer and the analyst and the safety and KPI checking. So overall, dramatically reduce the time that a car takes to produce.